Hello. How are we? How are we doing? It's been a hot minute. Like 3 years or something like that. My bad. Um where the heck have I been is the question. Um Hi. Hello. Um I'm not going to introduce myself because I feel like that's weird. I know that it's been a while, but I feel like I don't need to reintroduce myself. I mean, maybe I do. Hi, hello, my name is Tiara. For anybody who somehow stumbles across this video before anything else on my channel, um, hi. It's been a hot minute. Where have I been? What's been going on in the last 3 years? What's happened since I was somewhat active on this channel? I got a degree. I almost pursued a second degree. Not happening though anymore. For good reasons. All good things, not bad. What else happened? I made a lot of connections and friends and relationships and found mentors and all kinds of things. Good things have happened, bad things have happened. I found a new relationship with God. That happened. Saw a lot of good movies, read good books, had good experiences, traveled. I lived. And while those two things don't have to be mutually exclusive, like they don't have to be mutually exclusive. I can live a whole life, live my personal life, and also be active on social media. During those 3 years, I was so focused on my degree, I was so focused on my friends, I was so focused on my relationships that I took a huge step back from YouTube. Granted, I've never claimed to want to be like a YouTuber. That's not really like my thing per se. Like I'm an actress first and foremost. I think I've made that very clear from the get-go on this channel that that is the most important thing to me. Is that's what I want to do. I want to act. I also love directing. I love editing. I love singing. I love writing. I love all of those things as well. Content creation is on that list, but it's like pretty low. But I do it as a way to kind of put myself out there for the world, to see who I am as a personality. And I kind of use it as a tool to help me be like, hey, agents, hey, writers, hey, directors, hey, producers, I'm somebody out there who's interested in this work. And I think I've always kind of made that pretty clear on my channel, that is kind of my way of like being like, hi guys, in addition to actually submitting to, casting calls and going to auditions, and I was getting the training, and all of the things. But this is another supplemental way to be like, hey guys, I am somebody who's interested. Hello. Yeah. So in this kind of gap in my channel, there was a lot of me just like being out there living my life, which is great. And again, that can be done and also keep up with the YouTube channel. But at the time, I was so focused on living my real life that I didn't care much to upkeep the channel, which there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I think for a lot of YouTubers and influencers, they should take more breaks than they do. And yeah, so that's where I've been. But I have since discovered that I want to come back to YouTube. Again, it's never gonna be like, I will never say never, but I would not like it to be my main like thing. I don't really want to be like an influencer or like a YouTuber. I want to be an actress. That's who I am. That's who I've always wanted to be. That just is what it is. That's not changing. But I do want to come back. I've grown so much. I've learned so much. Like I said, I got a whole degree in the very thing that I am trying to pursue. I have a lot of experience in such a short amount of time in film, in theater, in directing, in all of the things. And I am taking on professional pursuits at the moment. And yeah, I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I'm going to try not to really like chop it and edit it. It's really just going to be like a sit down. Here's what's been going on. So yeah. And I think also my life has hit the reset button about 1,000,000 times, since I graduated high school. And maybe even before then. I've lived a lot of lives. I've lived a lot of lives. I've had a lot of hobbies. I've had a lot of interests. I've had a lot of people come in and out of my life for various reasons. And so, yet again, my life has hit the reset button. I was going to pursue a second degree in theater further than the degree I had already pursued. But I realized, for a lot of personal reasons, that maybe I'll share, maybe I won't share, but I realized I was doing the second degree for the wrong reasons. I was chasing after it because other people I knew had been chasing after it. And that's not a reason to do anything in life. If it's resonating with you, absolutely go for it, whatever that thing is. But if you're scared of like going against the grain because other people are doing something, don't just hop on not a trend, but don't hop on a train that isn't going to take you to the destination that you want to be at, just because you're afraid of maybe the unknowns or the challenges that come with taking the direction that you're taking. And I think that was my biggest reason why I diverted literally my whole life, my whole plan for myself. And I spent I would say the better part of almost 2 years, maybe end of 2023 is when I kind of I would say like August of 2023 is when I truly went, okay, no, I have to scramble and do now what everybody else is doing. And I gotta, let me find another school to go to and da-da-da. No, don't do that to yourself, whatever it is. Trust your instincts. I almost made my life so much more difficult for myself to do something that I knew subconsciously and in my gut, I knew it wasn't going to make me happy. And the amount of time, effort, energy, money that almost went to something that wasn't going to fulfill me. I mean, part of it did. A lot of money and a lot of time actually did go to that thing, but it could have been so much worse had I not been honest with myself. And so I say all that to say that I am back. And I'm not going to make that same mistake with YouTube, because as I just said, I'm not really trying to become an influencer, but I think that this is a cool way to kind of market myself, I guess. Again, I've said that. It's on one of my first videos on this channel, in my like 50 facts about me. I think that was the video. I literally say that like this is kind of a means to an end. It's kind of a tool to help like be like, hey guys, this is who I am as a person. This is my personality. And with the way that Hollywood is kind of shifting and changing, having a YouTube channel where you can kind of put your work, but also put your like personality and your character as a person, not a fake character, but like who you are, is super helpful. So that's what I'm doing. But also, again, I'm not going to make that same mistake of being like, okay, let me divert my path completely and just put all my eggs in this one basket, even though it's not really what I want. Oops, sorry, knocking over things. Don't do that, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use this as a tool and see where that takes me. That being said, I'm back. And I think what's going to work for me is just weekly posts. And I'm still living my life and I'm working a lot and I have a whole lot going on, but I have so much like backlog of footage of just like random vlog footage and all the things. And I got a new phone. I'm actually filming this, and that's why I cannot look at the camera, because I'm obsessed with how good this quality looks, because it's giving YouTube. It's giving YouTuber. Yeah, clock it. But I got a new phone. I'm literally filming this in cinematic mode, which is, again, why I keep looking at myself and not at my camera, which, I always look at the camera in my videos because I'm not new to this. I'm true to this, but I cannot stop looking at the cinematic mode because it's like tracking my face. Like I'm literally watching it track my face and like have the background blur and like have it super clear. Like it's just great. So the quality, I mean, I can't promise that the quality of my older footage is gonna be at this level, but this is great for filming self-tapes and all the things, and I'm excited for that. Yeah, this was a much longer video than I planned. I might actually cut out some of it. But yeah, this was basically me just saying I'm back. And so many things have happened for me, to me, that have just been, like, it's been a crazy 3 years, but it has been so worth it. The highs, the lows, all of it. I wouldn't change any of it. But I'm here. I'm back. I would like to say I'm better than ever. And I'm really excited to see where this journey takes me. I think I'm going to be posting Fridays. This video is going up on a Sunday because I said so. But I think my goal is maybe to post on Fridays. I don't know. I just picked a day, but point being, I'll be posting weekly. Most likely vlogs, like just the way that I used to in my series of random events, where it's literally a series of random events that are just in my phone. Probably not a lot of sit-down content like this. Not that there won't be any. There will probably be sit-down content, but I don't think there will be a ton, at least not right now. But yeah, that is, I think, all I have for this. I did not write a script for this or like plan this. I've just been in my head like I need to make this video for a while, but no script. That's why this is as messy as it is. But I want it to be real and authentic because that is super important to me. It's very important to me that I am myself and I'm authentic, and obviously be smart about like what you put out there and how much of yourself you give to the internet, which is everybody and anyone. But I still think it's important to be authentic. I don't like performing for people if I'm not literally performing. If I'm not clocked in doing my job as an actress, then I don't want to perform. Like I don't want to wear a mask, you know? So authenticity. That's why this video is the way that it is. I'm sorry. But yeah, I think that's all I have. I'm gonna go. Should I make another trailer? Because the trailer that I made for my channel way back then, I just rewatched it and it's kind of fire. I kind of cooked with that. Do I make a trailer? I don't think so. I don't think I need it. Again, authenticity. I'm just gonna show up and just be back because that's me, I fear. All right, I'm gonna go. So